Hey Top Coder, good morning. Uh, so this is my submission for this challenge sync records. It's been a long since I actually submitted a challenge, so I might be a little rusty, I would say. But I tried to do my best, and uh, here is the video for my submission. So the sync records from two SFTC objects within specified fields. It's kind of like a pretty vague requirement, like the details are not specified, so it's basically an open-ended challenge, I would say, because I mean, like you can do a lot of things with the syncing, as far as I know. So what I did was uh, for your syncing to work in any org, you have to make sure that the configurations are set right. So there might be many challenges with the configurations, like you can put like the wrong field names, wrong object name, wrong record types, misspell them. So what I did was I came up with a solution where you have a Visual Force page which will help you to build the mapping configurations. So I logged into this demo org, and you can see that there's a tab called Map Builder. When you click on the Map Builder, it allows you to create a new map. So you can see the list of all the objects here, and this is the target. So you cannot see target until you select the source object from here. So which is like, okay, I selected the source object as account. So it will provide you the list of all the objects that are child records, or like the as had that have child relationship or like a parent relationship. And for the parent relationship, I think I coded to just show the custom ones for now, so it won't show any like the standard parent relationships. But okay, now I selected account and account sync, which is a custom object that I created to demo all this functionality. And you selected both, click on the get fields. So you can see that it's providing you a list of all the fields that you wanted to map, and it also selects asks you to select the record types. And you can see there are two checkboxes: two-way sync and the sync for inserts. What this means is two-way sync is basically like either a child gets updated or a parent gets updated. If there is a mapping, uh, it does the sync. That's like the two-way sync. And sync for inserts is this is a little bit tricky because when a record is inserted, you wanted to do a sync. With the parents, it's hard because the child is not yet inserted. But if you are able to insert the child and the parent at the same time, then it does the sync. Or in the child case, where you already have the parent, you try to insert a child, that's when, since it's an insert, it does the sync immediately. So that's what the sync for inserts is. And you have this auto match feature as well. It will match on the labels. So when you click on like the auto match, it will basically match on the labels, and it will try to give you the match fields. And you can also see that the comments, like the data types does not match, like pick list to string, which I thought might be useful because when you're doing like the type conversions between during the sync process, you might have issues. So you need to make sure that the data types are matching. And you can also do a reset, which will basically take you to the first state. So let me add those get fields. I'm doing this one, and you can select the record types. So this is one area where it might be improved. Like you can have like some choice JavaScript or something. But I mean, I thought since it's not really a requirement, I thought I'll just add it like this. And let's see, account source to account source. And you can see that if the data types does not match, it immediately gives you the option. Account, what else I have? Industry to industry. I know, I mean, like count of everything is a pick list on on the account where I created them as like the string fields. So where is the name? Well, this is the only thing that says okay. It might. It's funny. I don't know why it's. So now we mapped like 4 fields like account source, industry, account type, account name, all these 4, and we also mapped the record types. Let's go ahead and create a map. So it says map successfully created, which you can go and see here. That's I think that's a new map. Yes. So you can see it creates a map with the object mapping configuration and the field mappings. So now that I am over here, I want to tell you that I have not used the custom settings. I don't think the custom settings would really like work in these scenarios. It's kind of crazy what you're trying to put in onto the custom settings. So I decided to come up with like a different model, which is basically like a object map object and then the field map object. You can see that the field map object is a child to the object map, and field map has like the source field and the target field, and object map has like all these different fields like source object, target object related to source, which is the relationship name for the account, source record types, target record types, two-way sync, include inserts, field mapping count, which is like a roll-up summary. So you can edit this record directly and it would reflect your sync process as well, so that you know. And so now we have created a sync, so why don't we do some tests and see how the sync works, right? You wanted to do some tests. So let me, so now we created a sync on account object, obviously. So we wanted to update the accounts. So why don't we see, okay, I do have some, I was doing some tests anyways. Hide feed. So there is this account sync record. So it's only child update. Yes. And this is our, so let's update the name. It's only master update, and we have changed the source to web, type to something else, prospect, industry to telecommunications, and save it. Let's see. Oops, see, you see that it got updated. So the master got updated. So it says telecommunications, edge only master update, prospect, and web, which is kind of cool, right? I mean, you're able to update it. So what if you wanted to update like multiple records, like 3 records at the same time, right? Uh, why don't we do this? So let me see if I can write a code. Yeah, I know it's a lot. So let's say I'll update 3. If I have Wellington, I'll change it to demo. If I have Dickinson, I don't know if it is Dickinson, so let's see. Yep. If I have edge, Just please bear with me because I wanted to show you update accounts. I want to show you that the bulk process also works. Okay, it is that. So let's see if it's changing. See that it changed the account sync. Deconsent demo. It's demo. So it basically changed all the three records and also the children using the mapping. Let me see. So that's how the whole thing works. So I wanted to show you a few things. So also you can update the mappings. So you can change the mappings and it will recalculate everything. So if I wanted to change this one, okay, take off the industry and put like rating over here and save it. It recalculates for all the accounts. So if you go to Edge, so it has a rating of hot. So rating is mapped to industry now. So this one, you see that industry is hot. Or let's take a look at another record. So the industry is blank because the rating is blank. See that that's like if you wanted to basically update any of these, or let's go back, and it gets updated in the it takes the records, the source based on the source object, it gets all the records and it maps with the record types and then it updates them. So that's basically how it works. So the map builder is very important, and there is also one other feature, like a lot of features on the map builder. You have seen that it shows if the data types doesn't match. It also gives you a warning that there are maps already present. So if you're trying to do a map for the same source and the target, it gives you this warning message. So it tells you that, okay, fine, why don't you go ahead and verify that uh, you already have a map, so why don't you go ahead and verify that the map you are creating makes sense. And as I said, also one other thing that I want to show is like a two-way sync, right? Since it's a two-way sync, so if you update like the child, so if I wanted to update the child, I want to update to child and I'll change rating. Industry is mapped to rating, right? So I'll cooler. So you see that the account name is changed and rating is changed to cooler because it's a two-way sync. So I made it as a two-way sync. Or if you wanted to do like a include, since it's also an include inserts where you can uh, concern your child, industry, hot, type, prospect, source, phone. See how it changed the account because it's also set to the new ones, new inserts. So hot, it changed the hot, and you see the phone, and type is prospect. So everything is built inside this Apex class, generic Apex class, which will basically take care of all the sync process that is needed for you. So I don't want to go into detail into the Apex class, but there is the Apex class is called Sync Record Manager, and I did put in like a lot of details in the Sync Record Manager so that you understand it much easily. And also there is a requirement that we have to use the trigger handler or whatever the trigger handler thing that was put in. I do have like some concerns, but I still try to implement those. So I hope everyone likes this submission. Thank you very much. Bye bye.